But this is why when people say, oh, I care about the children, I care about the environment, I care about Ukraine, society doesn't care about shit. Because you can have some exhausted, half-starved child in your classroom, and all you'll do is bitch at them for not working hard enough. So when people say, well, I care about the sick and the poor and the infirm, it's like, you don't care about shit. Because when you have a kid half dying in front of you, you just nag them and poke them with a stick and tell them to work harder. Like, society is just really fucking cold. And this is why when people say, oh, but I care about so many things, like, you don't care about anything. It's just a bunch of bullshit. You're just patting yourself on the back like some bizarre contortionist. Society doesn't care about its kids. You know, all the people who are like, oh, but global warming, oh, the temperature in 100 years. Is like, you all sold your kids into debt slavery for some free fucking ding-dongs and pensions. So don't talk to me about how much you care. And, you know, post-COVID, like looking at, oh, society cares so much for Ukrainian freedom. And these are people who took mystery shots for a fucking donut. You know, so it's wearying. You know, it's also tiresome listening to all of the things that people claim to care about, and they don't. And you and I and other people who suffered in school in particular, and, you know, even did your friends' parents ever sit you down and say, gee, you know, you seem to be kind of tired and you seem to be kind of hungry and you got bags under your eyes. Like, what's going on at home, bro? Right? I mean, and again, I get why people don't want to get involved. That's fine. But then don't tell me about things you care about.
Yeah. You know, I was very keenly aware when I was a kid that, like, I don't have a support system. Like, I'm being fucked. Like, I could do well in life if I had a good home life. Like, why does this have to be me? You know, but there was one time when my best friend's father on a field trip, we took a field trip to a museum, and I was hungry. My stomach hurt because I was so hungry. And like, I was starting to, and I was tired, of course. I was so sleep deprived, and I was like on the verge of tears. And he asked me what was wrong. He pulled me aside and asked me what was wrong. And I just told him, I'm tired. I'm so hungry. And he took me to the food court and bought me a sandwich. And, and that was very kind of him. That was very kind of him. But, I mean, for me at that time,
that's making a meal out of a scrap. And I get that. And I guess it was kind of kind, but how about he says, well, what, do you not have food at home? Like, what's going on? And then, referring you to CPS or something like that, or, I mean, I guess it was kind of kind, but he's basically, everyone's saying, we don't want to get involved in your family.
He saw my situation for what it was, but he didn't want to get involved. He didn't want to get involved. And
that's fine. Again, we know this from being abused as children, that society, they don't want to get involved. They do. And everyone's, what, are they scared of your parents? Like, what are your parents going to do? Right. And so that's fine. I mean, society can do all of that, but then society just can't credibly claim to care about things, because if you can't care about a kid, half starved and tortured and sleep deprived in front of you, then don't tell me about your lovely, tender, wonderful feelings for kids in Africa or Ukraine, or like, it's just absolute, complete and total nonsense. It's like that heat map of like who people care about. But I mean, my mother was involuntarily institutionalized. I went to visit her all the time. They knew her life, like they would get her all her files, I assume, from the doctor. And they knew that there was no father. And my mother was institutionalized. I went to visit her every day or every second day. And not one person in the asylum or the institution, not one person said, hey, your primary caregiver and inconsistent income earner is institutionalized. What's going on? How are you doing?
Yeah.
And I went there for, I don't know, like a month or two, or however long she was there. And not one person ever. Oh, how are you doing? Gosh, this has got to be kind of upsetting for you. I mean, you're 12 or 13 years old and this is what's going on. So how are you doing? And like, there was nothing. It's nothing. And
Yeah.
again, society can do all of that, but they don't tell me what you care about. It's nonsense.